Making money front-running Biden. Good morning. In this video, I'm going to talk about a general overlook of the markets as we are currently right now. There'll be further specific videos targeting specific topics, but this is just a general video. I didn't know what to call it. It was going to be predicting the unpredictable or the COVID mess, but the best title I can think of is Front Running Biden's Mistakes or something like that, whatever I just said. So at the moment, where are we in the markets? Well, we're currently in this COVID mess that gives us one day up, one day down. The problem is there's a great deal of dumb money sloshing around, and this dumb money is making the market in crypto go higher and higher. Bitcoin, it's the same thing. You've got the strong hands in Bitcoin and gold in the markets. You've got the strong hands that don't cave in easily, and then you've got the weak hands and the sheep, and they cave pretty fast as soon as it starts to take a tumble. So some days we risk on, some days we risk off. Risk on means when the appetite for risk is on. It's risk on stocks, Bitcoin, crypto coins, is risk on, everything risk on. When we risk off, money goes into gold and the Japanese yen and hopefully Bitcoin. But Bitcoin is in a mixed, torn between two worlds. Like I say, there can be many specific videos I can make going into detail on many different topics. But at the moment, you've got people that are in Bitcoin who are risk on and risk off, so it's very conflicting. This market is a very hard market, really. I mean, honestly, because in something which should be Bitcoin is supposed to be like gold, you've got a lot of people who are in it for the risk on possibility. So when everything's going up and the market's going up, Bitcoin's going up, which shouldn't really be. This is very strange because it should be, if it's going to be like gold, it should be risk off and Bitcoin should go up. But instead of that, when the market goes down, that goes down. So anyway, so we've got the COVID mess. Some days we're up and the market's going up. Then we get some bad news like on Friday about Germany and Austria lockdowns and the virus cases getting worse. It's like which way you go? It's complete nonsense. I mean, one day we're going up and the next day we're going down. It's so unpredictable. It's very hard to trade short-term opportunities. If you've got mutual funds and a stock portfolio, a diversified portfolio, you're up well over 100% in the last 5 years. The market's way up. So you're happy. And it's just grinding higher, like the Nasdaq, the Dow, excuse me, the S&P, higher and higher, it seems, to oblivion. But it won't keep going. And this up, down, is because 1 minute everything's opening up, airlines are up, cruise ships are up, we've got the opening up trade. Next minute the cases are getting worse. And you've got people like Dr. Gottlieb, Parasite, saying if you want immunity, go and get the vaccine. And the people who got the vaccine got no bloody immunity. What the hell? This whole thing. Anyway, so we know it's a mess. How can we make money by front running Biden's mistakes? This is what this is about. So what's going to happen? We know that the spending bill, the infrastructure bill, has been passed today. Yesterday, whatever, a few hours ago. So it's going to be many trillions of dollars more spent on the infrastructure. So you're going to see stocks like Caterpillar, John Deere, construction, new bridges, new roads. Oil's going to go higher. Inflation's going to go through the roof. Building, everything's going to boom now. So I think the music's going to play a little while longer, unless something bad comes through the woodwork from China. You've always got to remember you've got this terrible debt situation in China with Evergrande, and that there are 150 or more Evergrandes in China, more. And this could bring the whole thing down like this, really. It's just a ticking time bomb. So the infrastructure bill is going to create a boom now. I expect everything to boom, but then 6 months down the road, the dollar's already creeping up, inflation is going to be out of control. So let's give it 6 months to boom. The Fed will have to start increasing interest rates bit by bit, slowly, as inflation. Then their hand will be forced as inflation rises higher. But at the moment, what we want to do is, we want to look at it in a 6 month window. I believe stocks will go up for 6 months, as long as nothing bad happens in China. And then review what's happening with the interest rates, because what's going to happen is people are going to spend. He's going to do the infrastructure. You'll get this feel-good factor. 6 months down the road, let's review, let's look, because people are going to think, oh my God, I'm spending much more on a gallon of gas. I'm spending more at the supermarket. My mortgages started to increase, and all those monthly outgoings are going to be going up through the roof. And 6 months down the road, it's not so bad now. People are putting up with the higher gas, the higher food, the supermarket, all this. Give it 6 months. Let that bite in after Christmas. People spend money for Christmas. Let's see. This is the smart way to play this, is to think the market can possibly go up for at least another 6 months. The inflation will bite in a lot harder by then. People will realise what they're paying out of their pocket every month. And then I think, I know that at some point the inflation's going to bite in, and people will say, whoa, wait a minute, we're not going to go on spending like this. Let's put on the brakes, step on the brakes a minute, too much. And then you're going to see the real thing's going to come down. So we're going to get the boom, things are going to boom. But remember, we've got the inflation running hot, red hot. Like how they're in the background. The inflation's red hot already. And you put this gasoline on the fire, and it's going to go way, way higher. So 6 months, give it 6 months, see how people react, let's see what crude oil is in 6 months. I think the inflation will bite in, and people will ease off the spending, and if rates go up, depending on how quickly the Fed has to raise, then we're going to see things start to ease off and the market could start to come down a lot. The market could start to come down a lot and we could get a crash. What should you do? You should remain very diversified. Position yourself in stocks which will benefit from the boom, which is probably everything, but obviously a lot of construction, Caterpillar, things like this. I haven't thought of specifics. And then as things get worse, rotate your portfolio into defensive stocks, like utilities and consumer staples, things like this. But so the basic overall picture is that we're going to boom, and then things are going to bite in and the crash is going to come. But what you want to do right now, you want to buy gold and silver. And you know that we're advocates of this. We've been telling you this for years. We've walked the talk. Gold and silver is still cheap now. That's going to go up. And Bitcoin's going to go up too. I'm sure a hell of a lot in crypto. But there could be a sizable correction in crypto because this is the way it works. It's no good buying high. I've said this many, many times before. Do not buy crypto high. It's only good when you buy low, when it corrects, when it has a crash. And the market crashes, the crypto sheep, it'll be crashed down with the markets because it's what it is. There aren't enough strong hands to hold it up. You get rid of the weak hands, like we have in gold now. This is a perfect example. People don't like gold because it hasn't gone up fast enough. They've all gone into Bitcoin and all the sheep are gone. But you see the strong hands, the billionaires, you mark my words, they're still in gold and they know what's coming. I'm telling you right now, get into gold and silver, borrow dollars, remortgage your properties, sell your properties, get out of the dollar, get into gold, crypto when it's cheap, like this, and then you're well positioned. You got to remember that inflation is going to eat into your dollars. Every day it's going to go higher, and every dollar in your pocket is going to be worth less and less and less, and the buying power's Biden's going to destroy it. It was already in motion, but what Biden's doing is accelerating the decline much, much faster. And what needs to happen is for the dollar to go back to the gold standard. Because the one thing that Xi and Putin have is hundreds and hundreds of tons of gold. If you didn't know, I'm telling you right now, because I probably know more about gold. I've dealt with this more, and had more gold than any of you have seen 10 lifetimes, I can tell you. Putin and Xi have been buying hundreds and hundreds of tons of gold, and they know what's coming. So, you'll find the dollar will go back to the gold standard. They'll be forced to. This is what will happen. So, buy gold, buy silver, make money from the boom in the stocks right now. But the overall way to position yourself for this is to buy gold and silver, to borrow money in dollars, use other people's money, use debt to make money from other assets. Buy assets, not liabilities, assets over liabilities, and get ready for this to happen. We know what's going to happen. We know what the dumb Democrats are going to do. We know exactly what they're going to do. All their stocks are going to crash and they're going to cry, and there's going to be so much hate and jealousy. It's going to be incredible when this happens. But you're smart, you get your homestead, you position yourself for this, you get your gold and silver, and you get ready. And this is what to do, and make money from things that are going to go up now from this inflation. Buy oil. You can buy oil ETFs. You can buy crypto ETFs. If you're worried about being hacked with crypto, you can now buy VanEck. Big companies like VanEck, they do crypto ETFs. Many Bitcoin ETFs, because the problem is, if you leave your crypto on an exchange, if you're dumb enough to do this, the hackers hack the exchange. You have to download the crypto to cold storage to your own crypto wallet that can't be hacked. But you don't want to worry about all this. The perfect thing for an older person who doesn't understand all the intricacies of the blockchain, you just download it. I mean, you don't have to download it. Don't have to have your own wallet. You buy a crypto ETF, and then it's just simple. You buy the ETF with JP Morgan or VanEck, Vectors, or whatever the crypto ETF is. And this is far the best way to ride crypto. But I wouldn't buy high. The number one rule of Warren Buffett and people like myself, billionaires, they don't get rich by buying high. You wait until something is hated, till there's blood in the streets. When there's blood running in the streets, then you buy. And at the moment, I don't know what to tell you is blood in the streets. But one interesting thing is potash. Canada is the largest natural reserves of potash in the world. And this is running out, and there's not enough to grow all the crops. And potash, something hated, and just trying to give you an example of something that's hated and that's cheap, like zinc or lead or things like this, but this is the way when something's hated. At the moment, gold is pretty cheap. You think when this happens, gold's going to be thousands per ounce, thousands and thousands. And because people think Bitcoin is the new gold, you see, it's not going to be. It's not going to be. Maybe they'll go up together and you'll make a fortune in Bitcoin, but the strong hands are still in gold. Believe me, I've been in this business many, many years, for decades. And yes, the billionaires are moving into Bitcoin, but by God, they've still got their gold, let me tell you. You mark my words. So I hope that's given a good explanation of the markets at the moment. It's very, very unpredictable. If you're trading, you've got to look for trends. There aren't many trends because of this up, down. You've got to look at the bigger picture in everything in life. And what I've just done, I've gone over the bigger picture in a lot of detail. We've talked about the dollar, the inflation, the vaccine, the virus, and all these conflicting factors you've got working against the market. China, the debt situation in China. We've known about this for years, maybe 5 or 6 years. Billionaires have told us that there are companies like Evergrande that are on the precipice of going bankrupt. We've known this all along. And remember, all along, this can happen tomorrow. It can be in 3 weeks, but Evergrande is still there. So you must realize this is still there, and it's a very precarious market, I wouldn't want to have a lot of exposure in stocks at all, really, at the moment. I'd be keeping the powder dry. I'd be borrowing money. I would be in crypto, buying low. I would be in gold and silver, and I would be in cash. Cash is king. Keep the powder dry. When this happens, there'll be so many opportunities to buy everything from classic cars, boats, whatever you can imagine, Rolexes, everything will be going for a song. It'll be absolutely, it'll be dirt cheap, pennies on the dollar. You want to get prepared. Cash is king. If you can trade these markets, then you trade it. You use the technical analysis with the fundamentals. Use everything together, because when the technicals come together with the fundamentals, and you use the obvious things, what you know about inflation, so you know that oil and things are going up, everything should be going up, and then you get a trend confirmed with the technical analysis, then you use the fundamentals, and when the technical analysis comes with the fundamentals, that's when you have a killer trade. But you want to look at the bigger picture. You want to look at the monthly chart, then the weekly chart, then the daily chart, then the 4 hour, 1 hour, like this. And if everything lines up, depending on what your time scale is, your goal, your outlook, your objectives, your objectives is the most important. You can trade with a daily chart quite easily. But with this up, down, up, down, up, down, the daily chart doesn't work very good at the moment. This is the problem, because we can be one day one way one day, and next day the next day the other way. So the problem is trading with the daily chart has been not so good because the trends are not there. And if there are no trends, you have to go down to an hourly chart and do it like this and look for things here. But this is the way to make money. This is the way we're making money right now, because there are no trends. So the way to make money now from this crazy market up down like a yo-yo every single day is to go down to the smaller time scales, smaller charts, 4 hour, 1 hour, look for trends within a trend if there is there, and you've got to pick off these moves like this. This is the only way to do it. Okay, so I think I've talked enough for this video. I will do more specific videos on things like Bitcoin, stocks and trading, how to trade next. But this has been a general market evaluation. Hope this has been helpful. Please leave a like and a comment below. Thank you very much. Bye for now.